Hello! So today I want to tell you about the game Caper Europe, which is the sequel to a game called Caper that I've never actually played, but this is from Keymaster Games, and in my experience, Keymaster just does such great productions with their games. I love this game because it's a caper theme. You know, Ocean's 11 is my favorite movie. This one maybe feels a little more Ocean's 12 because it's taking place in Europe, but this is such a great game for 2 players only. If you enjoy Lost Cities, but maybe want a little bit more from it or want to kind of take that strategy to the next level, I think you'll really like this game. So everything just looks so great. Again, Keymaster does a great production. So here is your rule book. And then you have your organization. You know I love organization. So you will have this board that is going to have, right here is going to be each of your 3 locations, because there are 3 different locations you are trying to steal from. And then over here is where you have your discard piles. You keep track of what's going on, which round we're in, because sometimes you're playing thieves and sometimes you are playing thieves crew, and other times you are playing gear cards that are going to assist your crew. Okay, so there are 4 different cities that you can play in this game. So I picked the Paris deck, and so you'll have this card that tells you the special rules about Paris, because each of the 4 locations has special rules. And you will then have locations that are specifically for Paris, and there's 5, so I'm going to shuffle these. And I will pick 3, and we reveal them here in the board. I know you can't see a lot of my board, but just know that each location works similarly in how you're going to play, so you can kind of only see 2 on mine, but that is okay. Then we have our gear cards, which are green. These are the regular gear cards that are in every game. And then there are location-specific thief cards and regular game thief cards. So you're going to shuffle those all up to create a deck, and you're going to shuffle gear all up to create a deck. And then over here, it tells you which player you are and who gets to go first that round and how many cards you will be taking that round, because you're going to also be creating discard piles, and there's things that benefit you in the discard piles. For these locations, you sometimes need money to pay for items, and there are only 10 coins in the game. So if you have a card that would let you gain coins and the bank is empty, you get to take them from your opponent. There are also stolen artifacts at the locations, and there are 3 different types. There are paintings, antiquities, and diamonds, and there's 4 tokens at each location, and different cards will let you steal those. If you can get all 3, you will score 9 points at the end of the game. If you get 2 types, you get 5 points, and 1, you get 3 points. So there's a lot of ways to get points in this game. And then you have your little caper mask that starts out in the middle. And as you play out different thieves and gear cards, it's going to let you move it towards your opponent. Well, your opponent would move it towards them, or you move it towards yourself, because whichever side of the board you're sitting on is yours. So in a given round, over here, again, it's going to tell us if it's a crew round or a gear round, because you are playing out a maximum of 3 crew to each location, and each crew can hold up to 3 gear. So if it were my turn, I could have my hand of thieves, and maybe I want to play the artist. So right here, I am going to play the artist down in front of this location, and he is telling me that for every type of good that I steal from this location, I'm going to get a point. So at the end of the game, there are a lot of ways to get points. So like I said, you get points from your stolen goods. Your different crew are going to get you points, and sometimes your gear are going to get you points as well. So you're doing all of this, and then whoever wins the location is going to get the point shown, and they're going to get the benefit of that location. So every diamond you have collected is going to get you 2 points. So there's a lot going on, and it is this tug of war, because this is moving back and forth, and you just have to have it barely over to your side to win the location. But if you get it here or here for either person, you get additional points. So then if we were having a gear round, I'm looking through and I decide maybe I need some coins. So I'm going to play this onto my artist, and it's going to get me 2 coins to use in the future. The other thing is the hand I have, I pick my card and we then swap hands. So you always know what your opponent has and what they're choosing or not choosing. So you may want to play a card first simply so they can't play it. Or you may want to hope that they don't play something and be like, I'm gonna play this one instead, but not this one. And then it's that back and forth. It's a tug of war. It's a great game, like I said. It feels like Lost Cities, but so much more. I love that you have the 4 city options because you can then try out different strategies. There's different benefits to certain things. I like getting the stolen goods. I like that it's not just about winning the 3 locations, that you can do so much more to get points. And I love the balance of the 10 coins because it's really satisfying to steal it from your opponent. So there's a lot going on in this game, but at the end of the day, it's a tug of war. And like I said, it lets you live out all of your caper movie fantasy, dreams that you've had. So this is Caper Europe. Again, I've never tried caper. Let me know if you have, what you think of it. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.